Thought I'd make this video, just intuitively felt this is going to help a lot of people. I suppose this video is first and foremost is going to help me. I'm going to enjoy getting this out. This is a therapeutic way of me just clearing up stuff in the past. This has been a continuous process I've been doing this for quite a few years. And this is a question I get a lot. This is pretty much the question I get when people work with me on my 6 weeks program. And this is a question that I'm just getting every day. And people are basically asking me, I don't like myself, how can I build a relationship with myself? A lot of people I speak to say, I absolutely hate myself. I hate myself, I hate my life, I'm depressed, I'm suicidal. And I also hate people. I know how you feel. For many years, like most of the fears I had, probably my biggest fear, even to announce, to say out in public, was to say I didn't like myself. And I'll tell you why I didn't like myself back then, before I made this transformation about 3 years ago. I didn't like myself because I had social anxiety. And I was really embarrassed that people would notice that, people would judge me for that. And I didn't like myself because I was a jealous person. I was jealous of my friends growing up. When I was younger, I was jealous, frightened that people were going to do better than me. I was jealous of, just jealous of everything, and very hateful. And I didn't like the fact that my personality kept changing. I had split personality or multiple personality disorders. I hated myself for speaking to friends, having a great time, being nice to them, telling them good things, and then going away and half an hour later, slagging them off, saying bad things about them. Meeting another group of friends and saying, yeah, he's a wanker, he's lazy, he's a wanker, he doesn't want to get a job. That's how I used to treat people. But that wasn't my true self. Of course that wasn't my true self. And deep down I knew that. And of course I hated myself. Because who's going to like themselves when they're a cheat? I also didn't like the fact that I didn't like the guy that went into supermarkets and stole food. I didn't like the guy that sneaked out at 12 o'clock at night and lied to his family and lied to all his friends and went to the cash machine, withdrew money out and went to prostitutes. I hated that guy. I despised that guy. And I didn't like the guy that was a bully as well, that used to intimidate people, intimidate men, intimidate people because he was frightened. And I didn't like the guy that used to punch people in the face when he'd go out to nightclubs, because he was scared, he was frightened of social anxiety, he was embarrassed, and yeah, I just couldn't deal with it. I was projecting it. If someone looked at me the wrong way, I just wanted to kill people, to hurt people, because my dad hurt me when I was younger, and lots of people bullied me around my area when I was myself. They thought I was soft, they thought I was a mummy's boy. And of course I didn't realise that they were insecure as well. And I didn't like the fact that, I didn't trust my friends. I didn't like the fact that I didn't trust anyone. I didn't like the fact that I was nice and sometimes I would change. I didn't like the fact as well that I was nasty to women. I was very nasty to women, very aggressive. Very aggressive. So there was not much to like about myself. And I didn't like the fact as well that I let people bully me. I let my family bully me, I let my friends bully me. And it all came at the cost of this unconscious fear that I'm not good enough. That I've got to put up with this behaviour, because if I don't, I'll be rejected by friends. I allowed that to happen for many years, and I hated myself for that, and I hated my friends for that, and I hated people. And that wasn't really a nice thing to live with, and I carried it for many years. I tried to hide it and bury it. That was really the social anxiety. That was the personality. That was the avoidant personality. That was the guy that was frightened of women, insecure, frightened of being rejected by women, and I hated the fact that I was scared of sex. So there was a lot not to like about me, and there wasn't too much I liked about myself. Let me think back then, what did I like about myself? It's hard, I can't even think. Probably like the fact that I was always quite a brave person. But there's like one thing, I was quite courageous and quite brave, but there were so many things I didn't like. And that was because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who to be. I kept trying to suit everyone. So a people pleaser, I realised, is not just someone who is nice because he wants stuff. People pleaser is a violent person. It's all the things I've described. There's probably a few more things, but yeah. And I didn't like the fact as well that I was around cheats and thieves and liars, because I used to see that in the people that I was around at the time. And that was very difficult, because I wanted to call them out on it and say, you're a liar, you're a cheat, you're a thief, you talk bad about people, you talk bad about me. I was the same. I couldn't judge them, because we do attract what we are. So I attracted these type of relationships into my life. And I didn't like the fact that I knew my friends were jealous of me. If I progressed in any area of my life, they get jealous. I could tell by just how they looked at me. I could tell by, I'd see it, you can see it, people are not stupid, but I was the same. But guess what? Now I do like myself. Now I'm not a cheat. Now I don't sit in your face and say nice things about you and have a great conversation and go behind your back and say bad things. I go behind your back, I don't go behind your back, but behind your back I say good things about you. I train myself to do that. Most people in our society are doing this. They do it all the time. I see people doing it all the time. So I practiced it. And that comes from taking off your social mask. It comes from finding out who you are. These are all fearful places. They're all because you don't like yourself. Now I don't hate people. It's a relationship. How you feel about you is how you feel about me. And this is addiction. So I was addicted to an addictive personality. I remember a long time ago when I was feeling hard done by life and I was depressed and suicidal, I remember saying to God, how could you treat me like a piece of shit? How could you allow this to happen to me? How could you let my dad treat me like that when I was younger? How could you let my friends disrespect me and betray me and cheat me behind my back? How could you allow that to happen if you're meant to care about me and care about people? I've got the answer. I've got the answer over the course of a few years now because my life is amazing. I got the answer intuitively, and the answer was, you treated yourself like that. I gave you breath, I gave you life, I gave you 24 hours in a day, I gave you the knowledge and the information, but you didn't take it. You didn't take it, Johnny, you abused it, because you bought into fear. You listened to those demonic voices, those negative voices that I kept getting. I can't trust my friends, they're going to cheat me. And I'm not sure if I trust my own family. I didn't trust me, I didn't trust myself. Now I've changed that, like my mentor said, I don't have to worry about, can I trust this person, can I trust my friends or family, because I only have to trust one person in this world, and that's me. And everything works out fine, and I don't do all these things no more. And of course, I attract nice people. It's very simple, it takes a lot of courage. And for people who say it's unmanly, think about it, a bit more intelligence. If you were manly, if you was an alpha male, if you were so strong, how comes you go behind your friend's back and you speak about him bad, and in his face you tell him good things? Or if you're a woman, women do this as well. It's a male and female tendency. I had lots of girlfriends 3 years ago, and they were very, very judgmental. I had a girlfriend once, and she judged my whole family, and I got so angry. I felt like strangling her. I was so hurt, because I brought her to my family's house. We had dinner, and she judged all my family. But then I had to stop and think and pause and say, I used to be like that. And I did love her a lot, but I didn't love myself enough. So we attract what we are. Now, I don't attract women like that because I'm single, but my point is, we do attract what we are. It's always back to ourselves. So a lot of people, when I work with people, they say to me, a lot of people say, I want to do your program. I don't know how my friends are going to react, or my family. They might not like it. I've had people, I just start judging, but say, I had a guy, and I don't blame my technology, so I can't do your program because my mum doesn't like your videos. She doesn't approve. I understand, fair enough. But when we worry about what people think about us, we do fall into these bad behaviours. And that's why, as a spiritual practice, and my mentor taught me this, of course we all get those feelings that come up sometimes. We just can't help it. It's just like, it's what we've been taught and conditioned. We're taught in the media, we're taught on the Facebook, to say a few bad things. My friend's really good. This is the common thing people say. Yeah, my friend's really amazing, he's really good at business, but he's a bit lazy, he's too lazy. Stop doing it, don't do that. It's a horrible trait. How would you feel if someone said that to you? So don't do that. And it's true, that's what Christ said, that's what Jesus said. It said the way you treat the least of you is the way you treat yourself. If you talked about people behind their back, they're going to do it to you. If you talk good about people behind their back, they're going to talk good about you. And so it all comes down to self-security, and its power is within you. So my prayers were answered through my own errors, my own mistakes. And of course, again, another video on how to overcome social anxiety, another video on how to love yourself, another video on how to attract very beautiful women. If you're a woman, how to attract very beautiful men. I'm just joking. So, power's in you. And that whole thing that I used to feel I've been abandoned, I've been let down, the victimization, seeking sympathy, another sub-personality, wanting everyone to feel sorry for me. I don't need that. I don't need to feel sorry for. So that's my confession. I'm not that person anymore, but I was that person for many years, and it caused me lots of fear. It caused me lots of distrust, lots of mood swings, got me into lots of fights. I don't fight anymore, I don't need to. Use my intelligence, use my love. Enjoy the process.